Right, welcome back. I had a request for Maryborough. I wasn't sure whether it was at Maryborough, Queensland or Victoria, but I've gone with Queensland because it's pretty interesting. So we're going to look at population movement in the first episode, and then we're going to do population movement later in the second movement. So what we're going to do is turn on our now this isn't what we want, but we're just going to make sure the blue line's highlighted, and we're going to change some of our data here. So we're going to look at population movement, which is what this unit should be all about. So we're going to go and we're going to click on field here. It's just going to turn brown. We're going to get rid of all that. Eventually. There we go. Now, we're going to go to field this time. We could do population, but I want to scroll all the way down, and we're going to look at people who arrived before 1951, 1951 to 60, 61 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100. We're going to go all the way up to 2015, but then we're going to do a second map in the last few years. So we're going to add all those layers. And you'll see it changes colour. Ooh, nice. So we've got a map here that is the predominant category for each of those. Now they're out of order. So I want to change that a bit. I want to change the order so we've got them at their right level. So we're going to go down the bottom for we're going to move that 1951 up to the top, 51, and we're going to go 51 there, second, just so we've got an order that makes sense. And that one is going to go up there. 91, 2000, that's perfect. Now you can see here we've got chronological order, and we can look at this. Now, do we need to change any colours? We could do, but we're not going to. We're going to have a look at the data. So I'm done with that. I'm pretty happy with that predominant category, because what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on central Maryborough here, and we're going to get our legend up. And you can see here light blue 1951, the strength of the predominance, so the darker the colour, the more people from that particular age group. Purple here 1971 to 80. All this area here, you've got some bright green 81 to 91. So really quite patchy. But what I'm interested in are the blues and greens, the people that have been there for long periods of time. So blues and greens, you can see an older population here. You could suggest 1951 or 61 to 70, very strong. And then brown 91 over here. So really interesting demographics. Now, who's around the golf course is something you could look at. And look out here, we've got 71 to 80 out, really quite dominant in that area. So this is a good way to look at movement and where your demographics are in the town. Now, we can simply print that by going there and printing it out. We can make it, I like this new feature too. The new feature is what is going to show in your map layer. So I think that's pretty good. I quite like that new feature. And we're going to go here. We're going to go population movement. I'm going to go landscape here because it's a wider one, A3. So there's been a few changes recently because the conference. And then we might put a date in here. We might go 1951 to 2015. PDF, JPEG, let's go. Oh, actually, I like a PDF. Although a JPEG's easier to put into a static report. So let's go with that. Advanced option. Yes, author, geospatial, connect, and then export. And let's have a look at what it produces. We can move it around, I think, but that gives you a really good report or a really good map for your report, because it's all about people movement predominantly, demographics, people movement. And there's our map. I'm going to open that in a window. Beautiful. Got our map there. Most of the Maryborough SA2 is in there. Now, if you put that into a report, you probably get quite high marks in the mapping. Thanks for listening, and we'll do another one of these next lesson. Talk to you soon.